I am live. Isn't it typical? Sometimes we have things that we need to do before we're actually completely ready. So, yeah, for some reason, my banners have gone off. Okay, that was not. Where is my banner? Where is my banner? Here we go. What fun. Anyway, things like that don't really flat me. Oh, I thought I'd put my earring in. Obviously, I didn't. Well done, me. Yeah, so the question today is a really interesting one. My cat is talking a lot, so she's going to come and join us, as she sometimes does. Yeah. She wants a little bit of kibble, so I give her that from time to time when I'm sat here. So what is a trademark infringement? That is a really, 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 really excellent question. So mainly I would say that, hang on, let me just give her these, and because I looked it up on my phone just so that I would have something from Wikipedia. So, and it's not because I don't know, it's just because I want to make sure that you get as much information as you possibly can. So trademark infringement is a violation of the exclusive rights attached to a trademark without the authorization of the trademark owner or any licensees, provided that such authorization was within the scope of the license. Infringement may occur when Infringement may occur when one party, the infringer, uses a trademark which is identical or confusingly similar to a trademark owned by another party in relation to products or services which are identical or similar to the products or services which the registration covers. An owner of a trademark may commence civil legal proceedings against a party which infringes its registered trademarks. In the United States, the Trademark Counterfeiting Acts of 1984 criminalized intentional trade in counterfeit goods and services, which is really, really important. So the whole point in the legislation behind, or the whole point behind the legislation of intellectual property is to give a financial incentive to those of you who are creative and innovative. And that means that your creation is something you can make money from. Be that medical inventions, technological inventions, it doesn't really matter what it is that you create, as long as it's something that somebody else can benefit from. And in this day and age, a lot of people are creating so many different types of things. And as I say, the whole point behind the legislation is to reward you financially so that we keep innovating and being creative, all of us. And yeah, so let me know if you have any questions. You can type those in below. And you may remember that at one point, I've spoken about this a few times, and I've also posted about it on LinkedIn. What is it, darling? What do you want? She keeps on meowing at me. So there is this one case that I keep coming back to when I was registering a trademark for somebody they then came to me telling me that somebody was planning to use part of their trademark for their business. And I'm just getting some water here. They didn't know exactly what to do about that. So I said, well, this is one of the things that I can actually help you with. So do provide me with all the proof that you've got of your own use of this, how long you've been using it for, and all of these things. And then also the contact details of the infringer. And then I contacted the infringer on my client's behalf. And to cut a really long and tedious story short, I was in the right and they were in the wrong. And so that was how I still managed to register the trademark of my client. But the other party, because they hadn't done due diligence, they weren't able to start that business that they were wanting to start. So it's important to pay attention to these things. And if you remember the film The Founder, come on, up you come. If you remember that film, the two brothers who founded the actual business, they didn't have any license agreement well, I think they had a license agreement, but it wasn't a very good one. It wasn't looking after their side of things. And somehow the guy who then took over, he managed to register the trademark in his name, which meant that the two founders were left with nothing because he copied everything that they did. He was so impressed. He was a salesman, you know. I think he sold blenders in that film, but he completely managed to take over because he managed to register their trademark in his name. So there are different ways that this can happen, you know, and it's just all about being aware of what you've got and why you want to protect it and what happens if you don't. And I'm not trying to do any fear-mongering because I don't really believe in fear-mongering here. What is important is that you have the information so that you can act accordingly, you know, because to me, information is power. And when you've got the correct information and you can act accordingly, as I say, and you can decide that you actually do want to protect your creation. So that's basically why I do these lives. It's because I want to furnish you with as much information as I possibly can. And I'm doing my best to look into the camera and not down at the screen. I'm looking at the screen now, and now I'm looking at the camera. You see the difference. So there are no questions ticking in. And I know that your time is highly valuable, as is mine. So if you don't have any questions for me, then I am just going to wrap it up because my cat wants my attention and I have other things to do as well. So thank you so much for joining me as always. I do appreciate that. And yeah, if you just joined me and you want to know what I was talking about, go back to the beginning once I've finished, and you will be able to hear what I'm sharing today. I didn't continue reading everything that was here in the article from Wikipedia, but that's because I don't want to keep reading stuff. It gets a little bit boring after a while. So there are still no questions coming in. That's totally fine. I don't mind that. But I shall see you next Tuesday. And a lot of people have signed up for that and a lot of people are asking me if I want more speakers, and I don't. I'm talking about the OpenAI ChatGPT next Tuesday. Anyway, thank you so much for your time. Over and out. Bye.